Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Snake Armor Skeletor figure from Mattel. Does this figure keep the fun of the Origins line going? Well, let's talk about that. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks awesome, and right off the bat, I love this design. You know, I'm a big fan of the Snake Men, and having Skeletor in snake armor is just badass. And as many to probably most of you know, this is a 2000X design, and I do not have the 2000X figure here, but I gotta say, having seen it a lot in pictures and videos and stuff like that, I think I like the proportions here a little bit better. 2000X figure definitely looks cool, but I think the proportions of the helmet work a little bit better here. Just it's a little more snug, looks a little less awkward. And just some really cool details. It actually keeps the kind of toyetic Skeletor look here for the head. So very nice there. You got some nice silver for the teeth. I don't know why that lost its focus. Pardon my phone. There we go. Then you got the cool other swirly silver snake piece here. So that's really nice. And I guess my only gripe here is I kind of wish that the armor had more of a kind of metallic, copper look to it, as opposed to this kind of burnt sienna. But beyond that, just looks badass. Snake faces everywhere. That's very Cobra from G.I. Joe, and I respect the hell out of that. So other than that, it's just what we've seen from Skeletor before. Just that same shade of blue, the buck that we get with almost all the figures. The kind of more standard looking figures in the Origins line. So just really good stuff all around. Not too much to speak about when it comes to accessories, but we definitely got some good stuff. So, no alternate heads or hands. And honestly, I do wish there were alternate hands with this line, because we do get that with the WWE Superstars figures, which are obviously using a lot of the same bucks and stuff like that. But we don't get that here, and that would have been a nice addition. But we do get some weapons. So we get a shield, some really cool detail, skull there, lots of spikes. The original figure did have kind of an action feature here, which again I can't show off, but very, very cool. We can just see that there's a clip here and a little handle that just slips over, the fingers of the left hand just slipped right through there kind of nicely. So that's good. And then we get the fanged blade, which is pretty awkward looking weapon, especially with that little hitch right there. But still cool that they have it here. And just kind of, that really nice bright green. Then finally we get, as we get with all the Origins figures, a comic. So as you can see, it's called Assassin's Aim. And you just got that whole thing in there. So that's really cool. And then you kind of get to see the whole wave on the back. So that's accessories. Articulation here is definitely fun and very much what we've come to expect from the Origins line. And as we can see, we can hold a freestanding kick, barely. That did take a little work to get into. But on our head, we do have our dumbbell joint. So looking down about that far, up about that far, not terribly much. Again, we do have this kind of tail end of the helmet here, but we got tilt for days, so we can get some nice range all the way around. Our arms on our hinge and swivel, so we're coming into our T. Obviously we have rotation there as well. Our single jointed elbows bringing us to 90, hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal naturally. Nothing in the upper torso, but we do have our waist swivel, come to the hips, and we're getting out pretty close to full splits, which is very, very nice. We get a little bit of rotation. It is a ball joint, so you can kind of move that around a little bit. Our front kick, not quite as much. I got the belt coming off here, so just take that off. And then the knees, for whatever reason, my left knee is sticking a little bit, but we are single jointed, so we're coming to just about 90. We do have rotation at the boot. There we go, goes off a little bit better. Then we get some pretty nice point, some nice forward, and definitely some very generous rocker. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons here is with some other Origins figures, with some Hasbro and some other Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with Articulated Icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorous Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Origins Snake Armor Skeletor from Mattel is that this is definitely a fun figure, absolutely carries the fun that we've seen in the line so far. And as a bonus, it's just awesome that we're seeing some of these 2000X designs come into this line, as it just gives us some more variety and definitely more options, and certainly where they're now going all in on the snake men, which I have absolutely no qualms with. You know, it's cool that we get this this specifically, pardon me. So yeah, absolutely recommend picking this up if you're collecting Origins, if you like the 2000X designs and you like seeing them in this form, or if you just like fun figures in general. So yeah, it's popping up in various online shops, or it has been over the past month, and not limited to Entertainment Earth, who I happen to be an affiliate of. And right now, as me recording this video, it says it's due out this month in April, which means it might show up in the next couple of weeks. So and who knows, maybe by the time this video goes up, it'll be available. And if that is the case, if you use my code, which will be popping up right here at checkout, pardon me, you will be able to get 10% off if it's in stock. And if your total order is over $59, you'll get free shipping. So definitely get down on that if you're interested. And yeah, beyond that, I just want to say thank you for checking out this video, and I hope you found this informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff. Other ways to help the channel in the description as well. So please check that out. And with all that being said, I hope to see you again. I do various reviews a week for action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So yeah, hope to see you back, and let's talk some toys. So I hope you are well. I hope that all your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.